Hey there, this is Rusty Nelson talking watercolor, and it's good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, this is my weekly 15-minute talk that I do mainly to practice talking to that little camera and getting a better ability to just simply talk off the top of my head, develop a shtick. Do I have a shtick? I don't know. Not yet. I'm working on it. I'm trying. So really just getting more comfortable doing this whole YouTube thing. And if you are new to the channel, you know that I'm a close to retirement professor, and this is going to be my side gig in retirement. I'm looking forward to that. I've been doing all sorts of videos and tutorials on the subject matter that I typically would teach in my classes up at the university. So covering watercolor and drawing, and maybe, I guess recently, some marker comping, some traditional design techniques and things that I used to use as a graphic designer before the computers were a predominant tool in graphic design. So yeah, I learned a whole bunch of analog stuff that I only used for about 5 years as I started working right after college. So after that, the computers came online, and it was a constant rush to stay on top of learning software as it was introduced and evolved. So it's been an interesting career working in graphic design, going from traditional analog methods and techniques into the digital realm. So, you know, it used to be the students, when I first started teaching, this is even after the computers were being used, but they used to ask quite a bit, not so much anymore, but they used to ask, you know, do I have to know how to draw to be a graphic designer? When I went through college, the answer was a definite yes, because everything we did, we had to draw and comp up in some way, normally with ink, pencils, or even with markers. So it's been a nice little couple of tutorials that I've just recently posted, dusting off my markers and doing some marker comps, and it definitely shows that I haven't done it in a while. So I am kind of rusty at it. And yeah, so I've been thinking about calling these ones where I'm trotting out old techniques and things that I haven't done in a while. I've been thinking about calling them rusty videos, because I'm definitely rusty at them. So, oh, I did have a comment. Somebody asked me if Rusty was my nickname or if that was my full name. And yeah, it's a nickname. So actually, my brothers got to pick my name, my older brothers. And I was born in '61, and at that time, there was a Danny Thomas TV show on, and there was a character on the show, or the actor that played the character on the show, his name was Rusty. So they wanted to name me Rusty. So that's how I got the name Rusty, the nickname first, but my real name's Russell. So anyway, that was a weird sidebar. So anyway, but it was a good question. Nobody's really ever asked about being rusty before, and I've carried it on for all these years. And a lot of people, when they're named Rusty as a kid, they'll convert over to Russ. You know, in adulthood, I've never grown up, so what the hell's the point? So anyway, let's see here. What are we talking about? Yeah, welcome new viewers. Glad to see you here watching the show. And let's see, what am I doing here on this channel? I really haven't explained that lately. Other than I wanted a side gig in retirement, I always thought that retirees, I've seen so many retirees, once they retire, they really don't have anything to do, and it just seems like they're just sitting around waiting to die. So I thought it would be a good mission on my part to bring the idea that pick up a pencil, pick up a brush, whether you've ever been creative before in your life, pick it up now, get started, and it's a lot of fun. It's going to keep you occupied, give you something to do, might get you outside if you really get into it and you start wanting to do plein air stuff. Man, this is the thing to do. You may get tired of playing golf. Pick up that brush, grab that pencil, grab some pen and ink, and get started. And you are going to be occupied. I mean, it is a deep rabbit hole to go down. So once you get started, there's no end to it, and you're always going to be learning something. And that's what I hopefully want to bring to my channel, is as many things as I can think of that I've learned over the course of my career, which is, 50 plus some years of doing this, either in school on my own in school or professionally or as an educator. So that's what I'm hoping to do. That's why I'm here, and that's why I'm talking to this little camera right now and looking into the big evil eye and hopefully expressing some of my knowledge to you as you're watching. So let's see, recent posts. Let's see, last Saturday I posted, actually I cheated last week by editing a demo that I did up at the university. We had a bunch of high school kids, regional high school kids, various schools come to Truman. We sponsor this every year. They come into the university, come into the art department, and they bring all their artwork that they've been working on for the semester or the whole year, and they kind of have a little mini art competition. And we bring it. We find a juror, and somebody goes through and gives them prizes and awards and things like that. We give out scholarships for the best ones. But we've been doing this for a number of years, and I've been doing my watercolor demos, my bird demos, as my activity in the area. Even though I teach in graphic design and everything we do is digital now, I still have my traditional watercolor shtick, my bird demos that I do for the students. And I always like doing it because I want them to see that the watercolor is a fast and really expressive medium, and that you can get a really nice looking piece done within 45 minutes, 50 minutes. I have about an hour to work in. So by the time I get warmed up and introducing everybody to the various things about watercolor and start working on the bird, normally I'm pushing that 1 hour time limit. So last year I did it. I did the whole thing, and I thought, well, why didn't I click record on the document camera? And this year I remembered I did two takes, or two tutorials, two demos of the watercolor, one bird and another bird, 50 minutes later. So I just edited and posted one for the Saturday tutorial, and it turned out really well. I think it was somebody, I don't know what it was. I thought it might be a finch, but somebody wrote in that it looked more like a sparrow of some sort. So yeah, looking at it, yeah, that does look like a sparrow. So, and then on tomorrow or yesterday, all right, wait, I'm recording this on Monday. The video that drops on Tuesday, tomorrow for me right now, or if you're watching this yesterday on Tuesday, I did a figure sketch real quick. I found some reference of, I think it's Tom Hardy in some Victorian era clothing, probably from one of his shows, maybe Taboo. I said Peaky Blinders in the video, but that was in the 20s. And so the outfit that he's in, the thing that I comped up, was much older than that. So I did a quick sketch and then also threw the marker paper on it and did another marker comp, mainly because I just wanted to do another one, and I might do several more. It's been kind of fun dusting off the markers and getting them out and doing some comping. So I used to do that daily as a graphic designer. So it's kind of nice to have a point and purpose to doing these tutorials again. So anyway, that's dropping Tuesday, or dropped Tuesday. And right now I'm watching, no, actually it dropped Monday. What am I talking about? It dropped today at like 7 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, ignore everything I just said. So, oh man, this has been a week already, and it's just Monday. So, let's see here. Oh yeah, my whole streaming setup, it's coming along. I've been practicing with it. I mentioned that earlier, but it's pretty cool. I am having to kind of retrain a little bit. I did, I've gotten so used to filming on two different, recording on two different devices and then bringing the streams together onto my computer. With the streaming software, everything's connected in, going into the streaming software, and then I can just click which camera. So I can't just simply look up and start talking anymore. I gotta be physical and click on the scene that switches the camera view so I can look up and talk to the camera. And I've been trying to do that more and more as I do my tutorials, just remembering to stop and just look up and interact with the audience. So I'm still learning my stagecraft and my editing skills. I'm getting better at it. Everything's improving. ever so slowly. So thank you for bearing with me as I go through all of this. Oh, let me check my time. How am I doing? All right, I'm doing fine. And so, yeah, that's all coming along pretty well. And I'm still editing. I'm editing in new software. I haven't been as good as I should be. I'll probably do this edit on my iPad with the iPad app of the software instead of on the computer, just so I have that skill set. I'm needing to develop that yet as well. So when I do start doing more stuff, maybe outside or out on the go, maybe I'll be able to do that production as well with a tablet system instead of just being stuck in my studio, which I've been doing. I've only done in studio tutorials up till now. So, but my goal is to ultimately, when I get comfortable enough, to start expanding into that as well, along with my podcasting. So, but yeah, I'm thinking real soon, within a week or two. The semester's crashing to an end. It's getting kind of crazy, and I've got some personal things we got to take care of in another week or so. So I'm thinking as soon as all that stuff is kind of settled down a little bit, maybe early May, I'm thinking I might do a couple of test run member-only type live streams. So those of you who have already signed up to my Patreon channel and are paid members for the live stream, well, I'll let you know, and as long as you're a member, I'll put the member-only link over there on Patreon, and you can use it and click in and stream in with me and ask me some questions, because there's hundreds of questions I have yet to answer, and I got to do it once I get it streaming. So get some real people out there and see how they interact in the software. I'll be able to see chat questions and everything, and I'll have my different cameras all set up. So should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's been nice interacting with you via the comments and everything, but I think it'll be even more fun doing it with chats. And then ultimately, if I build enough skills with this, if I don't burst a brain cell somewhere, that I hope to maybe be able to Zoom people into. So people who have the capability of activating and working with their cameras can zoom in and maybe show stuff that way, and I can show things via back and forth. So anyway, that's the hope, the desire, and I want to get that going very soon. I do feel it's been kind of slow going. I know I didn't spend a lot of time worrying about it for about 2 months into the new year, but now we're 4 months in and closing in on 5, and I wanted to get something going very soon. So keep an eye out for that. I'll be mentioning it again. I've been promising it so many times already. So anyway, any questions? I guess somebody made a really nice comment, and I really wanted to thank them for making this point, and it gives me a lot to think about, because the person mentioned that, the presenter, the fact that I'm actually smiling and looking like I'm having fun doing what I'm doing when I'm doing my tutorials, whether they're going well or not. That's like my tutorials up at school. They can go off the rails pretty easily, and at least with this, I can edit some of it out. But they do appreciate the fact that I do crack a smile, and I'm interesting, at least in their opinion, that more so than those maybe people a lot more well versed with their craft than I might be, because as an instructor, you got to get to a certain level to be able to teach the students what you're trying to do, and then try to keep your skills growing and staying ahead of the students while juggling all the things and all the responsibilities that a tenure track professor has to deal with committees and advising and all sorts of other things, program reviews. So there's all sorts of things that are designed up at the university to suck any of the time away from your research and your specialties that you would like to spend time on, that you're having to focus all your other time that way. So, but yeah, hey, I chose it. I went into education mainly for the 3 months in the summer where I can really sit down and do some things, and it was well worth the effort and the transition from advertising into higher education. And I really gotten a lot out of it with teaching all of those 27 years of teaching 20-year-olds. So anyway, it's been a rewarding experience, and I really think that this YouTube gig is going to be a very rewarding one as well. It's been a lot of fun. I have learned a ton of information about video recording, video editing, talking to cameras, being a personality, trying to get my artwork processes condensed down so there's not so much edit. It's just been really pretty cool. I've really increased my knowledge base in the last year and a half so far. So anyway, I have gone on for long enough, and I do hope you did get something out of this talk today. And if you did, please give me a like and a subscribe, and then head over to my Patreon channel if you think what I'm doing on this channel is worthy of any kind of a monetary support. I do have a $5 membership for the work that I've been posting and doing out there, so people can have these free videos and tutorials to watch and learn something about watercolor, drawing, figures, faces, all of that. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to just try to get as much of what I know out there on the channel as possible. Head over into the video description. I have tons of links. They keep growing. I keep adding more and more stuff to it. So those are Amazon affiliate links. So if you go in and buy something with those links and click on those things and go to Amazon, I'll get a small commission on that. And I have some free downloads on my website. The links are in the description as well. And what else? Follow me on Instagram. I'm not posting frequently on Instagram right now. All the YouTubers tell you to focus on one platform first, and that's what I'm doing right here with YouTube. But I do have a ton of my artwork and other watercolors on my Instagram channel. So go check it out and see what I've done in the past. And you can say, wow, his tutorials really suck in comparison to his artwork. So anyway, hey, I'm glad you tuned in, and I'll see you next week talking watercolor.